Hello, good afternoon, peace and blessings. I'm Jovhannah, the spiritual love healer. I have a few moments. I am sitting in the carpool, so I just wanted to say hello and just share my excitement. So if you haven't seen my story, I talked about how I had a need and a desire to update my course Energy of Love because the video quality was not the best, and I finally was able to finish that. And I just feel so good. It feels good to have that completed, and it's live. And I posted you'll probably see another video later that talks more about what Energy of Love is. I also have a free guide to the Energy of Love that breaks down the 4 frequencies. That is something that you're able to download. The link is in my bio for that as well. But I'm just feeling really good. I want to talk about like reconciliation with relationships. A lot of times we don't talk about that. And most of the time, like when there is trouble in paradise or trouble with a relationship, the advice is to leave that person, to let them go, to move on and find something better, right? Because they messed up. And sometimes that can be a very valid thing. It really just depends. Okay. To leave that person, to let them go, to move on and find. I wanted to make sure this was okay and not moving slowly, right? So when it comes down to reconciling a relationship, especially if there has been past betrayal, cheating, hurt, or where there is trust issues, trusting is so hard. And one of the things that I have come to realize is what happens is we're rightly so there's nothing wrong with feeling this way, but we can be attached to the past energy of what was said, what was done, and it kind of filters everything that happens. So instead of seeing through the lens of the present moment, instead of seeing things as they are right now, we are filtering everything, looking for holes, looking for deception. So we're looking for the thing that hurt us because it's a protection mechanism. We don't want to be hurt again. So it makes sense. If someone cheats on you, you're probably going to think that they're going to do it again. And because you don't want to get hurt, you are like overanalyzing everything they do, everything they say, everything you do. And it gets to be so chaotic to the point where, you can close yourself off. You're pulling down the vibration of the relationship because you are not in a place of love, but you're actually in a place of fear. And that's not healthy and it's not good. So when it comes to reconciling, I think one of the things that is important to know is to be absolutely patient. You have to be patient with yourself. And more so than that, it's also about being patient and pausing to reflect. And you can say, okay, am I looking at this through the lens of the past? Am I looking at this through the feelings of fear? Am I looking at this through, growth or expansion? Am I looking at this through the lens of love? So if you can pause and give yourself a little bit of space to figure out where you are emotionally, that does wonders, right? Often what happens is, we get that thought in our mind and that thought can take over, and then we start feeling bad. We might feel bad about ourselves, bad about the relationship, bad about the other person. You might get angry, you might get resentful, but now you're feeling all of these negative things, and now everything that you are thinking and feeling is filtered through that negative energy versus saying, okay, stop, pause. Like, wow, like that triggered me, that brought up something that made me very uncomfortable. I'm scared that I'm going to get hurt. Once you acknowledge that, okay, this is me being afraid that I'm going to get hurt. And this doesn't even have to be within you trying to reconcile a relationship. This could be within just a relationship period where you're starting to realize that you're operating out of a place of fear and that you're afraid to open up because you're afraid to get hurt. So you might start shutting down. You might start, pushing that person away. You might start looking for a reason to sabotage things versus allowing yourself to be in the energy of love and happiness with this person. So you want to be mindful that you're, one, that you're in the present moment. Because a lot of times what we can do is like either we're thinking about something from the past, or then you start forwarding things to the future. So you're not in the present moment. So you can't really truly connect with that person because you're not there. You're not present. Maybe physically you're there, but your mind is somewhere else. You might be conjuring up things that, oh my gosh, this person is going to do something in the future. Or you might be stuck on the things that they did in the past. But you really have to be mindful, and it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of healing. It takes a lot of work to release that unhealthy pattern, that unhealthy thought process, that unhealthy feeling of fear, to get yourself to a place where you can not even, because there may be fear, right? That is a valid thing to feel, but it's more so about not letting it control you. It's about seeing the fear like, ooh, okay, I see you. You think that we might get hurt again. You think they're going to play us. Okay, I hear you. I see you. I feel you. However, we have to let go. We have to forgive. We have to forgive ourselves. We have to forgive the people in our past who hurt us and who let us down. We have to forgive whomever, we're in that relationship with. We have to forgive because we're all imperfect, right? And we have to forgive so that we can let go, so that you can heal, so that you can grow, so that you can move forward to experience love. The number one issue that I see with people is that they want to experience love. And this is men and women. They want love. They want a partner. They want to be in a healthy relationship, but they're afraid to open their heart. They're afraid to love. They're afraid to tell somebody how they feel. They're afraid of looking like a square or a lame or a simp or whatever words people are using to these days to describe people who just want to be loved, who want to do right by somebody, who want to show love and affection to the person that they care about. And so many people put on facades. We put up these walls. We put up all these barriers and all these guards that keep out the very thing that you say that you want. So if you want love, you have to drop the bullshit. You have to stop, wanting to entertain 1,000,001 people. You have to stop being afraid to show the truth of who you are. You have to be willing to go there with someone else. You have to be willing to be emotionally naked. You have to be willing to be vulnerable. Another thing is, most people cannot do that because they can't do that with themselves. If you cannot look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I'm a great person. I do some messed up things. These are some of the things that I have done or that I do that are probably not the best, but these are some of the things that I do and that I've experienced and that I've done that are freaking amazing. And I am this whole human being having this whole experience. If you can't look yourself in the eyes and call yourself on your shit, it's going to be hard to do that with someone else. And that's where that aspect of really knowing who you are, loving and accepting yourself, and again going back into that forgiveness work, forgiving yourself for the times that you weren't the best partner or the times that you weren't there for yourself. You have to do the work so that when you come into alignment or connection with another individual, that you can be fully present in that connection without fear, without judgment, without guilt, without shame. And unfortunately, so many of us are coming into relationships as wounded, broken individuals because they're not taking the time out to pause, to reflect, to heal, to forgive, to show grace, to show compassion to themselves and to past relationship experiences. Whew, I said a lot. Relationships have the potential to be easy, but we make them hard because a lot of us are trying to love out of trauma and wounding. A lot of us are, and I see this in so many people where you're fully an adult, by law, your driver's license says that you're, over the age of 21 or whatever, or 30 or 40 or 50. But emotionally, when you're trying to be in relationship with someone, like a lot of people revert to like inner child. A lot of people revert to, a different place because of fear and because of trauma. And that's why I'm so passionate about the work that I do, because I want to see people be able to blossom like the beautiful lotus that starts out in the mud at the bottom of the murky pond. And it grows up through all of that stuff, growing stronger and stronger, emerging in the light. That is what I want to see people do, coming out of the darkness, back into the light, being able to let go of the fears and the past experiences and the things that you feel have limited you or kept you feeling stuck or playing small or feeling like you're not worthy of love or feeling that you're not good enough or feeling that nobody on this earth could possibly love you. And that's just not the truth. It is time to start putting love back into its place of sacredness, back into its place of divineness. And that is what I'm here to do. Love has gotten so tainted, so tainted. A lot of people walk around saying, I love you, you know, and it's not love. A lot of people are genuinely afraid to go there and to really, truly, you know, be able to love themselves and love other people. And so that's something that I'm really passionate about, is like bringing back the sacredness of love, restoring it to its true intended purpose. And that's why I use the term spiritual love, because love is spiritual, love is energy, it's beautiful, it's limitless, it's inclusive, it's all encompassing, and it is abundant. It's available for everyone, and I truly believe that. So I just wanted to share a few words with you today, and that was it. Like I said, I'm super excited about my course, The Energy of Love. It's been updated and it's ready for you to explore what love looks like on an energetic level. In the course, I talk about low vibrational relationships, I talk about high vibrational relationships, and kind of share where this whole concept of love as energy came about. So there's a lot of good information in there for you. So again, I'm Jovhannah, the Spiritual Love Healer. I am here to help you heal your heart and mind from past pain, trauma, toxic and unhealthy relationships so that you can live abundantly ever after. I hope that you have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you again soon.